Germany has expelled 4 employees of the Syrian embassy in Berlin. Foreign Minister Guido Westerwelle says it's a clear signal that his government is reducing relations with Damascus to a minimum. He made the announcement as the head of the Syrian opposition coalition meets with European Union ministers in Brussels. The possibility of loosening an EU arms embargo is expected to be on the agenda there. Let's go live now to Jackie Rowland, who is in Brussels for us. And Jackie, the EU has come out and said that it sees the Syrian National Coalition as the legitimate representative of the Syrians. But what does that mean practically on the ground? Is there any sign that the EU is going to give them the weapons that they want?
Well, that is obviously the very big question, and it's an issue on which we can expect Muaz al-Khatib to be pressing during this meeting on Monday with EU foreign ministers. A number of things have had to happen in order for us to get to this situation where maybe we're looking at a tipping point in terms of the EU's embargo. Some of them political, and we've already seen that with key players such as France and the United Kingdom now officially recognising the Syrian National Coalition as the sole representative of the sole legitimate representative of the Syrian people, which gives recognition and legitimacy conferred on this body, through which then international players, other governments can start giving more aid than simply the kind of non-lethal aid, humanitarian aid that we've seen up until now. The other question, of course, is military as well. Developments on the ground. It would appear that the fighters, the opposition fighters, are making greater inroads around the capital Damascus. And also there's been this threat hovering in the air, the potential threat of the use of alleged chemical weapons, the fear that the Assad regime could have access to those. So all of these are factors, if you like, which are coming together really in the favour of the Syrian opposition forces. And also, of course, the fact that the EU has now decided to review that arms embargo, not anymore once a year, but now every 3 months. All of those are signs that indicate that a loosening could be in the pipeline.
Jackie, not just the Syrian conflict on the agenda there in Brussels, the EU ministers also addressing the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, I believe. What have they been saying about that?
Well, in particular, they've been reacting to this announcement by Israel that it plans to build 3,000 new homes for Israeli settlers in the occupied Palestinian territories in the West Bank. A number of people have been speaking here. The Swedish foreign minister said there was extreme concern. The British foreign minister said that there would be strong opposition among EU states to this development. Now, Israel has portrayed these plans as being in reaction to the vote at the UN General Assembly conferring on Palestine this observer status. However, I think it's a bit disingenuous for the Israelis to put the blame on the Palestinians for that. I remember myself attending a few years ago an event held by radical settlers in that piece of land. It's called E1, just to the east of Jerusalem, where they said that they were symbolically pouring the first concrete of the foundations. Israel doesn't really need a lot of excuse to build in the occupied territories, but it's seeking to put, if you like, a political spin on this latest expansion plan.
Jackie, thanks very much. Jackie Rowland, live for us from Brussels. While Syrian opposition fighters have reportedly taken control of key parts of a military base west of Aleppo, the group known as al-Nusra Front says its fighters spearheaded the operation at the Sheikh Suleiman air base. This unverified video appears to show fighters inside the base with the black flags of al-Nusra and captured tanks. The group operates independently from the main opposition Free Syrian Army. Syrian activists are also reporting government shelling around the capital, Damascus. They say this video shows the destruction in the suburb of Douma. Shelling is reported south of the capital as well in the towns of Daraya and Modamiyat.